In 2001, Blur's frontman Damon Albarn started his journey with everyone's favourite virtual band, Gorillaz.
The world is spinning too fast. I'm fine, let Nike shoes.
Releasing their debut album with such classic songs as 192000 and Clint Eastwood.
It just came like that.
That's it, that's the preset. It's the Rock 1 preset.
Brilliantly crap.
With the great success of their lo-fi hip-hop debut album in their back pocket, Damon and bands went back into the studio in 2005.
Yeah, this is what I do all my demos on, and I like it because it's brilliantly crap.
To start working on their next album with now legendary producer Danger Mouse, and would go on to produce what is still considered today their magnum opus. Demon Days had a host of amazing collaborations such as rappers De La Soul, Booty Brown, MF Doom, and even people like Ike Turner on keyboards. Demon Days features huge songs such as Feel Good Inc., Dare with legendary Happy Mondays frontman Shawn Ryder,
It's there.
Dirty Harry and Kids with Guns. The album went on to chart heavily, reaching #1 in the UK and European album charts. Today we're going to take a look at their breakout single and still one of their most popular songs, Feel Good Inc. What makes this song so good, memorable and stand out in a world of amazing music. From its out-of-tune lead guitar lines, repeating bass line and hypnotising drum beat, let's dive right into it. The song opens with that classic laugh from De La Soul, Damon's and vocal improvisation, before crashing into the distorted verse vocals that are so iconic. From a production standpoint, the song is quite unusual in its own right. The lead guitar line, possibly played by Simon Tong of the Verve fame, that sounds like an out-of-tune acoustic guitar run through a guitar amp. The G string is actually noticeably flat at around -42 cents. Damon, mate, hold on a minute. I just need to tune my guitar. There we go, that should be good. There we go. Fucking nailed it. Maybe by design or by lack of tuning in the studio, but at the same time, the sound wouldn't be the same without this, and it adds a certain modulated feel to the otherwise simple guitar part. The drums are pretty straightforward and loop throughout the majority of the song, definitely coming from a drum machine of some sort, possibly engineered by Class Brown or Damon Albarn himself. If we take a look at the biggest and most memorable part of the song, the killer bass line, we hear something interesting going on. The main bass line is played in E flat, in the lowest octave range a bass guitar can handle, and it's definitely a real bass as you can hear string noise and pick attack. But paired with that, you hear a bass guitar playing the same bass line a whole 2 octaves higher, blending together to give a super unique bass part that melts together in such an effective and hypnotic way. You could replicate this with an octave up pedal, giving you that upper 2 octaves, but really you need to double track to get the sound right. The bass could have been played by Morgan Nichols, but to me, the bass playing seems much more primitive, and again, I think Damon laid down the bass on this track. Other than that, you've got the typical little samples of swelling ethereal synths throughout the main chorus and bridge. Trumpets to complement the track. Some wub-wubs. And of course, Damon's famous heavily distorted / saturated lead vocal throughout the song. And let's not forget the killer rap verses from De La Soul.
Laughing gas, these hazmats, fast cat, lining them up like ass crack. Play these ponies at the track, it's my chocolate attack.
When we get to the chorus / bridge, played with a noisy vinyl record sample, the song takes a heavy shift from the pounding drums and hypnotic bass line to a more ethereal and laid-back acoustic section, with much less vocal distortion, and perhaps the most memorable part of the song lyrically.
Windmill, windmill for the land, forever hand in hand. Take it all out on your stride, it is kicking, falling down. Love forever, love is free, let's turn.
The lead guitar plays a repetitive lick that follows the chord, while Damon strums and sings along in true singer-songwriter fashion, before crashing back into the pounding backbeat of the song with again amazing vocals from De La Soul.
Laughing gas, these hazmat, fast cat, lining them up like ass crack. Ladies, ponies at the track, it's my chocolate attack.
Feel Good Inc. is still Gorillaz' most famous song, with however many streams and sales across the world, and for good reason. An amazingly unique and well-constructed song with incredibly clever instrumental parts that contrast and complement each other in such a good way. It's not hard to see why people love this song so much. So that was a look at Gorillaz' most famous song. Let me know down in the comments what other songs you'd like me to look at, and I'll see you next time.